Hey there, writers and muse daters. Here we are today talking about finding the quality support to get published as promised. So for those of you tuning in live, hello, please tell me where you're from. And please feel free to post your questions if you're catching this in the video library afterwards. You can always tag me and post your question and I'll be happy to get to it. So let's talk about finding the quality support you need to get published. There are a lot of mistakes that I see people in this group, in other groups, on Facebook in general, in the writing world in general, making all the time that I want to talk about today. And if you make these mistakes, you're going to have a heck of a time getting published, never mind selling your book once you are published. So I want to talk about some of those ways that writers are making mistakes and not getting published. You know, and I always want to come from a place of service to you guys because I care about you guys. And over in the Writing Gym, my team and I, we talk about you a whole lot. You know, as far as really trying to get you to a place where you're able to achieve your publishing dreams. So we want you guys to win. And so we talked about it and we thought it would be a good idea for me to come in today and just talk about some of those mistakes that we see people making on a consistent basis, because they're the kind of mistakes that we stop our writers from making as soon as they join our program. And so we want you guys to at least know what they are so that you can, you know, whether you're working with us or not, you can at least know what those mistakes are so that you don't fall into those traps. So, you know, one of the ways that you can really help yourself to get quality support to get published is to get the right kind of support. And we talk about that a lot over in the Writing Gym VIP program. And many of you have asked me, and there are lots of videos over in the video library about how can I get the right kind of feedback. And then some of you talk about peer-to-peer feedback, or you talk about, you know, can somebody give me some feedback on this chapter and that kind of thing. And the thing is, at the end of the day, if you're looking to publish and you're looking to actually sell books, that what you're looking for is the major league of the writing world, right? And so if I wanted to play basketball, which nobody would pick me because I'm not tall enough, but if I did want to play basketball, you know, having the neighbor's kid teach me how to slam dunk isn't going to get me into the NBA or the WNBA, wherever I want to go. You know, if I want to learn basketball, I got to learn from someone who knows all the tricks really well and the dashes and the dribbles and everything else. And yet, writers who want to be in the major leagues of the publishing world, you know, go to their neighbor or go to the librarian or something like that. And that's not getting you the kind of feedback that you really need to go to the big leagues. So, you know, the first tip really is drop those peer-to-peer feedback, the free writing groups, the beta readers, all of those are not really helping you. If you want the kind of support that's going to get you to where you need to go, you need to hire a professional. And that's really just the bottom line. And lots of people try other ways and they end up really frustrated and they waste years of their lives frustrated from the wrong kind of feedback. But they want it somehow to keep working, so they keep trying it. So if you want the right kind of writing feedback, you need to go with somebody qualified. And the person who's qualified is most likely not your neighbor, your neighbor's best friend, your girlfriend's best friend's neighbor's dog's caretaker or whatever. Like, it's just not going to work out that way. What you need is someone who's qualified, and that qualified person is going to cost money in the same way that if you want to train for the Olympics, you're going to need to hire someone, and that's going to cost money. So, you know, we've been doing this Writing Gym and training writers and getting writers published for a really long time. And there are so many things that can kill your chances of getting published, of selling books, of reaching readers. And the thing is that they're sneaky, and a lot of writers just don't notice. And you can make these mistakes and think that you're on the right track and making a smart decision, but really you're not. And it won't catch up with you for months and maybe even years. And later you find out that you're behind. And those are some of you who I've talked to about trying really hard, feeling really frustrated, trying the same kinds of things over and over again, but not getting better results. So we over at the VIP membership see clients doing better than they've ever done before, right? So we've got people graduating from the program, finishing novels, moving into the publishing mastermind, finding agents, getting representation and telling us about it, sending me their books. You've seen some of the videos here in the Right to Publish group of writers who've gotten published through working with us. You can see some of them behind me on the bookshelf there of writers who have sent us our books after getting published. So what I want to do is just come in here today and talk to you a little bit about some of what I and my team over in the Writing Gym see happening all over the place and help you out. So one of those ways is really acknowledging that you need professional feedback and getting someone who's qualified to give you feedback. Probably not your best friend, probably not your mom, probably not those people in your free writing circle. It's good in a writing circle to get support, you know, accountability. Those aren't the people to be giving you feedback. And some of you know I've got a hashtag floating out there about feedback horror stories, because we've all got one on why those kinds of feedback don't work. So here's the bottom line. Publishing is a business. And a lot of you hear that and you think, well, fine, I'm not going to participate. I'm going to go get self-published. And what happens to so many self-published authors is that they find out really quickly that publishing is a business, even if you self-publish, because you still got to sell books. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want people to read that book, then it needs to get into their hands. How is it going to get into their hands? You can give it away for free and you can lose money, or you can sell it and make a small profit. But at any rate, you've got to get that book out there in order to get your message into the world, which is presumably why you wanted to write a book. You had a story to tell, you had a message to share, and that's why your book is out there. And if you want your book to get to readers, then you need to sell books. And if you want to sell books, you need to acknowledge that writing, publishing is a business, and that we need to treat it as a business if we want to be successful. And we know that we're treating something as a business when we're ready to invest in ourselves and we're ready to invest in our progress. And if we're not at a point where we're ready to invest in ourselves as a business, then we're not going to reach our readers. We're not going to reach our goals. So at the end of the day, investing in yourself, investing in the resources, investing in a professional is going to help you to reach your readers, whether you want to self-publish or whether you want to traditionally publish. At the end of the day, it's about having the very best product so that your readers are interested in what you have to offer. And it's about having that marketing plan and that marketing platform in place so that the sales happen. And that's how books are sold. That's how readers are reached. You know, even Stephen King had an uphill climb when he very first started. He doesn't now. J.K. Rowling doesn't now. But at one time, they were also unknowns and had to sell books. So those are hopefully some helpful tips. We over in the Writing Gym VIP program help our writers to finish and publish novels every single day. We'd love to talk to you if you're serious about getting published, and if you have questions about your individual situation and what you can do about that, we'd love to chat with you. I'll throw a link in the comments section, which is I think down there. And you know, you can drop yourself right into our calendar. We'll chat with you about where your writing project is and how you can get it to where you want it to go, how you can reach readers, how you can sell books, and how you can see your name on a published book. I look forward to speaking with you.